In this video, I'm going to show you how to conduct a custodial effectiveness assessment and document this in the ZIA Facility Management tool. The first thing you're going to do is open up the module. The first question asks you to describe the current procedures for routine monitoring and inspection of the work performed by your cleaning staff. What you're going to do is just write a brief synopsis of what you currently do. And you'll move to question 2. Question 2 asks you if you are willing to conduct a cleaning assessment. If you are, make sure you read this information on the right, which gives you precise details on how to do this. Keep in mind, this assessment can take up to 5 hours, require 2 to 3 people. You'll need building floor plans, and you're going to audit 10% or a minimum of 5 rooms of every space type in your building. To conduct this audit, you can hire a third-party vendor to do it for you, or you can do it yourself as the property manager, and 2 of you would be required to complete this audit. The final score will be produced by an average of the 2 scores. Finally, for it to be useful, there needs to be some training regarding the precise guidelines in LEED, and those guidelines are the APA guidelines used to conduct a custodial effectiveness audit. You can either train the staff prior to the audit or do a QC process after the audit. You also have the option of doing both. If you're not pursuing LEED, this is not a layer of effort you need to complete. In the next part, we give you a tool, and I'm going to move to this tool. This downloadable Excel tool is what you need to complete an audit complying with LEED standards. The first tab has the instructions. The second tab has the APA guidelines. You're going to rate the different parts of each room on a score from 1 to 5. 1 is the cleanest and 5 is the dirtiest. The first thing you'll do is complete the Key Results tab. Here, you'll fill in the square footage of all your different space types. For instance, I have 40,000 square feet of office space and a total of 149 rooms. I used my building plans to count that square footage and number of rooms. This means I'm going to have to audit 15 rooms or 1,000 square feet. If I go to the Office tab, here's the form that I'm going to use when I walk around the building, and it shows that I need to audit 15 offices. I'm going to walk around the building and with a pen fill this in and rate the floors, horizontal surfaces, lighting fixtures, trash containers, and vertical surfaces in each room. When I am done with this, and I'm going to do this for restrooms, conference rooms, entries, locker rooms, public space, which includes corridors and stairwells, and storage space. Finally, when I'm done with that audit, I'll take my paper form and I'll fill out this Excel tool just like this. So I audited room 123. It was about 300 square feet, and this is the score I gave it. If I look at the Key Results tab, the weighted average for the score I gave that room appears here. And that weights all of the scores for all of the different offices that you audited. Now that I've completed my LEED compliant custodial audit, I'm going to go into the ZIA and document this. I'm going to select the day of my cleaning audit, and I'm going to fill out this form. If you look at the headers of this ZIA form, so total square footage, number of rooms by type, you'll see that it's identical to the headers on the Key Results tab of the Excel tool that we give you. So you'll fill in the results of your audit, the basic information on your building, and then the square footage that you actually audited, and then your first assessor and your second assessor, and you'll put in that average score that appears here. which is 1.47. I put in the score 1.47. I have 40,000 square feet, 149 rooms. And I would enter my score and then the score of my counterpart who did the audit with me. Once you've completed this form, you'll press save and continue. This is a LEED-specific question. If you did follow the APA guidelines, it asks you to assert that here. And finally, in the final question, if you're a multi-tenant building, you don't have to audit 100% of the square footage. In fact, you can exempt 10%. So if you have more than one tenant in your building, you would identify this here. With this exemption, it's important to note that we do inform you of this earlier inside of that Excel tool on the instructions page. So with that, that is how you complete a LEED compliant custodial effectiveness assessment.